gifted almost 25 copies of this book to different people I feel might need it, would read it, or this book will have some impact on their lives. So these are the reasons why I went about gifting it to people. So I'm just trying to tell you that that is the extent to which it has had an impact on me, or left an impact on me. So Tuesdays with Maury, an old man, a young man, and life's greatest lesson. This is the complete title of the book. It is by Mitch Albom, and this book was actually published in 1997. So we can say that it's a contemporary title. It's a contemporary book. Okay, and a quick look into Mitch's life. He was born in New Jersey in 1958, and in 1979 he earned his Bachelor of Arts from Brandeis University in Waltham, which is in Massachusetts, and this is where he met his professor Maury Schwartz. And the title character of his book comes from this, Tuesdays with Maury. So Mitch Albom, he began his career as a sports journalist, and he used to write newspaper articles for Philadelphia Inquirer and Detroit Free Press. But very soon, he was out of work for certain reasons, you know, and Maury, Professor Maury, was his mentor, and he had done a fellowship in the University of Chicago, where he completed his PhD in sociology. And in 1959, Maury began teaching sociology at Brandeis, which is apparently Mitch's university. In the year 1995, Maury Schwartz was detected with a disease called ALS. It's amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And this is one disease where, the nerves completely give way. And he realized that his end was nearing, and his career as a professor had come to an end by then. Because the disease itself, it eats you up from within. I mean, you are reduced to a lump completely. So I'll quickly delve into the summary, So the novel actually opens with background information about Maury, the professor, Maury. And he was one of Mitch's, that is the author's favorite professors in college. And this is the introduction comes in with Mitch introducing Maury to his parents and giving him a briefcase for a gift, and this is the point where they hug. And when Mitch steps back after the hug, he can see that his professor is crying. Now, somehow, around this time, we come to know that Maury has sensed that his health is suffering, and he has been detected, diagnosed with ALS, as I mentioned before. And such a wonderful person that he was, nobody would realize that he's dying, because he did not change his attitude towards life. He did not change his outlook towards life. And he continued to do whatever he was doing. And as long as he could continue doing those things, till he could do them. And despite this terminal illness that he was suffering from, Maury continued swimming. Of course, he had help, and he also insisted on teaching a class at the university as long as he could. Later on in life, he could not move from his bed also. So, what happens is, in the beginning of the novel, Mitch explains to us that what has happened to him since he last saw his professor on the college graduation day. And after that meeting, Mitch had become so busy with his life, so consumed by life, that he forgot his promise to Maury to keep in touch with him. So there is this one chapter where the title says The Student, the audiovisual, where he's flipping through television channels. Mitch is flipping through television channels, and he hears the voice of Ted Koppel ask, "Who is Maury Schwartz?" So by then, Maury had also become pretty famous. So that is when Mitch goes into a flashback, and he remembers his first class together. That is the spring of 1976. He remembers his class with Maury, and which was a small class. And this is where Maury asked Mitch that what he preferred to be called, and Mitch says, "Well, you can call me Mitch because my friends call me Mitch." So Maury tells him that one day he hopes that Mitch would also think of him as a friend, not just give him the privileges of a friend. And this itself shows, how much of um, I would say, an involved person Maury was in his students' lives. So now there is another chapter which is titled The Orientation or the Classroom, where Mitch arrives at Maury's house, still on the phone, where he has said, where I'll be coming to meet you. There is a shift. You might get confused with my telling you, all of a sudden Mitch is visiting Maury. But there is this shift in the novel that takes place, which you will get to understand better if you read it. So Mitch arrives at Maury's house. He's still on the phone with the producer about one of his stories. And actually, he does not want to end the call, but he knows that Maury is watching him. So what he does is he pretends that he's looking for something in his car, and that's why he continues the call. And when Maury sees Mitch, he immediately hugs him with so much affection, because it was almost 16 years of not seeing his favorite student. And the two of them sit together in the house, and Maury begins to speak about his looming death. Maury knows he's dying, and so far Mitch was not aware of it. So that first meeting, physical meeting that they've had after 16 days, Mitch and Maury talk for over 2 hours, and mostly about Maury's sickness. And Mitch eventually leaves to catch his return flight and hugs Maury a goodbye. So this is it. There is a shift between the present and the past, present, and there are these flashbacks that Mitch is having. And then it is so decided that Mitch visits Maury for a second time. And he notices a stack of newspapers that Maury had been reading. And Mitch is surprised that, a person who is on his deathbed is still interested in keeping up to date with the news. And they discuss a bit of news going on in the world. And again, Maury cries here. So there is yet another flashback here in this particular chapter, the first Tuesday, where it's one of Mitch's college classes with Maury, and Maury enters the room and is silent, completely silent for about 15 minutes. And the students obviously start becoming uncomfortable. And actually, this leads into a discussion regarding silence. So Maury tells Mitch after the class that Mitch reminds him of himself, and this is the way he used to have his conduct his sessions. Uh, this often reminded me of Tare Zameen Pe and Amir Khan, the way he would enter class. So it's a beautiful thing that goes on. And just one moment, I'll change my slide too. Yeah. So basically, I'll again go back to the story. I don't want to bore you all with it. I'd rather that whoever has not read it reads it. So basically, the genre of the book is a biography, and it is a story of the last days of this old man. This is a real time picture of Professor Maury and Mitch Albom. So Maury is diagnosed with ALS, and the book spreads the message of love, caring, and acceptance that actually we all need so badly in today's age and time. Um, why it matters, why reading this particular book matters. So, when you read a book, you normally have something in mind. Some books, they bring a tear to your eye, while others leave you in tears. So, this is one of those other ones. I mentioned initially that I cried. And at that point in time, I did not have in mind that I'm going to cry. So, I would say that Tuesdays with Maury is, in a way, what our generation actually needs right now, with the frantic lifestyles that we all lead and the way we are so engrossed and consumed by social media and the craze for money, the rat race for status, power, fame. So, this book, when you read it, it actually nudges you and it brings back a thought, you know, that what are our priorities in life? What is it that we really want in life? And when we look at the character of Maury, who is suffering from such a disease and whose death is certain, he really succeeds in giving us a lesson or two. He really brings about uh, so much love, so much care, so much concern, so much about life in this pages written by Mitch Albom. So this is one line that I have picked up. So, do I wither up and disappear, or do I make the best of my time left? Is a question that Maury poses. Uh, he Throughout the book, you realize that he's not ashamed of dying. He doesn't want to wither away. He wants to treat his death as a final project, and he wants to celebrate his death. So he wants people to learn about life through Mitch writing about his professor's life. So he wants that, his life should be a real time example for the readers. And that is one thing that Maury wants. He wants to walk that final bridge between life and death. And he wants to give away whatever he has lived through his life through Mitch to the world. And hence, they talk about topics ranging from emotions to money to death to relationships to children to love, whatnot. I mean, for each reader, I would say there is something that you would, pick out of it. Um, I hope I'm not going too fast. I hope I'm not going too slow. If there is anything where you feel you want to, stop me, please let me know. Thank you. So yeah, I will continue, and so yeah, I'd also like to put in a word of credit over here for my daughter who has prepared this presentation for me. So you would see these animations she has picked out. So basically, I already told you about Mitch Albom that he's a sports reporter and he saw a news piece about his professor, and that's how he got in touch with his a professor again, his favorite professor, and he just intended to visit him once, but it turns out that they end up meeting every Tuesday. It becomes a kind of rendezvous, and they meet till Maury's end. And the last class of the old professor takes place once a week in the house. In the class, they meet on Tuesday, and the very last class was the meaning of life. And this was taught from Maury's experience to uh, Mitch Albom. So now, why was it that Maury was featured in the news when he sees him for the first time after 16 years? Mitch sees him on the news. So, like I said, that he's diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis or Lou Gehrig's disease. This is the same disease that Stephen Hawking suffered from, and like I mentioned, it's a very bad disease to hit someone, where the neurological part comes in, and the motor responses to muscles are affected, and there's a slow degeneration of muscle function over time. So a person like Maury, who used to love to dance, he didn't care about form and pattern in dance. He just used to dance. That's it. Dance for love, dance for life. And he used to swim and spread joy. So he realizes that he has only 2 years. And the disease itself, like I mentioned, it's like a lit candle. It literally melts away your nerves, and your body is like a pile of wax. So that is what he suffered from, and that is why he featured on the news, because he had been a very famous professor by then. Uh, so, yet again, a quote from the novel where only an open heart will allow you to float equally between everyone. He paused and then looked at me. I'm dying, right? So this is what Maury says to Mitch. And Mitch says, yes. So Maury says, why do you think it's so important for me to hear other people's problems? Don't I have enough pain and suffering of my own? Of course I do. But giving to other people is what makes me feel alive. When I can make someone smile after they were feeling sad, it's as close to healthy as I ever feel. So he is a very, very selfless person. He believes in giving, he believes in spreading love, he believes in sharing his life experiences, no matter what pain he is in, no matter what trauma he is in. He doesn't let that reflect. He only spreads the wealth of life, you know. And this is one beautiful thing that I feel anybody can do with their life to make it worthwhile. दुख तो सबके पास है. कोई ऐसा इंसान नहीं है जो बोलेगा कि मैं 100% खुश हूँ, मैं सुखी हूँ, मुझे कोई गम नहीं है, right? But within that circle of pain, sorrow, if we are able to touch even one life, I think nothing like that. So, moving on about the book. So, what actually makes it work? Uh, I love the layout of the book. It does get confusing in the beginning because there is a lot of present day and flashbacks. So, till you get a grip over it, you do tend to get confused. But it's easy. It's not something which is like rocket science, कि कैसे पढ़ा जाए. So basically, it's college memories interspersed between Maury and Mitch's Tuesday meetings, back and forth, and it actually makes it good and effective. Boring नहीं हो जाता, dullness नहीं है. You want to know what's happening next. And another factor I think which is a win-win is it's a short read. It doesn't go on and on and on. And the tone, of course, is very conversational. You actually feel Maury is talking to you. At some points, you also feel Mitch is talking to you when he's loud thinking, or when there are these asides that he has. So that makes the book interesting. You don't feel like putting it down. You just want to finish it. I the first time I read it, I definitely finished it in one go, and it so happened that I think I was with an ICSE school at that point in time, and I used to carry the book to my classes, and I'm happy I did, because my students got motivated, because they used to see me sitting during the break time, and any free periods that I used to have, I used to be reading the book. And then they also were smart enough to notice me crying. So that is what affected them. They're like, man, what is it in the book that is moving you so much? And I got to discussing the book with them, and uh, I'm happy to say at that point in time, the year I read the book, my class of 45 students, we used to have 45 students then, uh, each one of them read the book. And I was so happy, because nothing like a teacher being able to motivate students. And the book itself is about teacher and student or students. So I have very fond memories with the book, and I would really want कि जिन्होंने भी नहीं पढ़ी है, please पढ़िएगा. uh, Moving on. Yeah. So again, what is it that is making the book work? uh, when you look at the book, it's not something like, this is my first choice kind of book. ऐसे एकदम से उठा ली और पढ़ लिया, ऐसा नहीं है. Because there's no fiction, there is no thrill for people who are, thrill seekers. But but there is much more to it. Uh, since a sort of lull is created between chapters, the lull because of Maury's condition. There is no other reason. So don't give it up. Don't think कि अरे ये तो इसके बारे में ही है, हाँ तो उसके बारे में ही है, पर उसके बारे में क्या है वो जानने की कोशिश करनी है. And believe me, at the end of it you will realize it was worth it. सो डोंट गिव अप टू सून, क्योंकि एकदम से एड्रेनलिन रश तो नहीं आएगा बुक पढ़ने के लिए, बुक पढ़ने में. एंड because yeah, Mitch Albom says that the truth is once you learn how to die, it is then that you learn how to live. That's something beautiful that he says. And yeah, moving on, those of us who are in the self-help genre, definitely this book is a must read. Why? Because it talks about life. Why? Because it doesn't talk about life on a superficial level. It also does not just give you dogmas and principles कि जिंदगी ऐसे जीनी चाहिए, अरे ऐसा कर लो लाइफ सुधर जाएगी, अरे मैंने बहुत देखा, मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस से बता रहा हूँ. This gentleman is definitely telling us from his own experience, but it is not a very didactic kind of narration. It is not a didactic giving away to the readers. So it helps you because you actually come to know how is it that you should live life, or how is it that you should lead your life. And I would say that if there is a level above must read, uh, you definitely must read this book. It should be your prior this thing that ये तो अभी पढ़ ही लेनी है. मैं इसलिए भी आपको बोल रही हूँ because I have realized that post COVID, in fact COVID has hit us all in one way or the other. It has left a lot of scars. It has left us a lot of pain. We have seen illness, we have seen sickness, we have seen a near and dear ones passing away. So ऐसे में अगर हम ये बुक पढ़ लेना तो कम से कम we get a hold over our lives. It really helps. I have seen that because even during that phase or period, uh, I did gift it to a few people whom I thought this book would make a difference in their lives. So do give it a shot. अगर अभी तक नहीं पढ़ी है तो please पढ़ लीजिए. So yeah, like I have mentioned here in the slide, that you will definitely get something to hold on to, and you will definitely realize that life isn't as bad as it seems, because there are a lot of blessings that we forget in the course of the day itself. जिंदगी तो बहुत लंबी है या छोटी है पता नहीं, बट दिन जो होता है वो 24 घंटे सबके पास होते हैं. सो एक दिन में भी अगर आप देखें तो हमारे पास कई आशीर्वाद होते हैं और उनको हम भूल जाते हैं, क्योंकि दुख और गम शायद बहुत बड़े होते हैं, ऐसा लगने लगता है, बहुत भारी होते हैं, हम ऐसा महसूस करने लगते हैं. सो दैट इज व्हेन इफ यू रीड दिस बुक ना, you realize that no, life is beautiful, and it, of course, it's not a bed of roses, it is for no one, but yes, worth giving it a shot. um, so well, as per me, the highlights of the book would be the optimism that Maury upholds and forwards. You know, he also spreads it, he doesn't keep it to himself. And also the hope and joy that he spreads among people. Like I mentioned, I like to say this over and over again, that I actually cried when his death is described in the book. And you start caring for Maury that much. You start feeling as if he's a part of your life. I uh, I don't know whether this will make sense to you or not, but I'd like to share that during one of the chapters, uh, I actually had a dream, and in that dream, I was conversing with Maury. So, so much so that he became a part of my life. That is the kind of impact that the book had on me or left on me. And like I mentioned, the theme is that of acceptance. Accept that you're going to die. Accept the way you are. uh, the best part that I like is not every day is going to be up for you. There will be times and days where you're low, accept that being low too. So just be, there is no harm. Just be. Uh, yeah. And the tone of the book is such that very heavy topics, of course, death is the heaviest topic of all. So heavy topics are dealt with in an easy and enjoyable way. He just talks about it as if, it's just by the way. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So that is where I feel that definitely we must give it a shot. And before I actually end it, I just had a question for all of you that do you have a Mori in life? Do you feel that there is someone who has left an everlasting impact on you? Have you been moved so much by someone that the person has been a lifelong mentor for you? So, I would like to end my presentation here. I would have loved to give you the summary of the entire book, but then the book is not very complicated. So, if I give away the summary, you might not be so interested in reading it. So, मैंने आधे में stop कर दिया उसको. Uh, I would love to talk to all of you, if at all.
So
Anyone
I,
who wants to go ahead? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Neha.
yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah, that happens with all of us in different phases of life. We have different people who we consider as a mentor, or we from whom we learn things. Some are, yes, some stay, some we consider as a lifelong mentor.
Mm,
But in school, like we have some teachers who we look towards for learning and
yes,
guidance, right? Even so, in college, we have some friends who we go to for any kind of help or guidance. Now they act as a mentor, our seniors, or so that changes. But the other impact they leave on you is for lifelong.
definitely.
And when we meet such people of past, we really feel good that the phase we shared, the things we share with them. So
Sure, 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 Neha.
yes.
Yeah. So it's good to have people whom you can look up to.
Even in this group, I'm learning a lot of things from everyone.
Oh, this is a beautiful group.
Yes.
I forgot to
Very good
mention that.
people. Yes.
It's a lovely group. It's not a group. It's a family.
Family.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
whenever we will meet them in person, anytime in future, it'll really feel good.
True, true.
Like we have always known them
यस,
like that.
यस। मुझे कई बार ऐसा लगता है कि जब भी जिसको मिलूँगी एक्सेप्ट फॉर ऑफ कोर्स रेती हू हैज़ बीन अ वेरी गुड फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन, मैं जब भी किसी को मिलूँगी तो दैट वुड बी फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम। बट मुझे ये डर है कि मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगेगा कि मैं फर्स्ट टाइम मिल रही हूँ।
Yes.
Because so much sharing has happened, so much has happened. So it's a very beautiful feeling. So yes, I would really love if thank you, Sana. For you too. A pizza for you. Yeah. So there is something else too that I would like to ask you all that uh, Maury always emphasizes the importance of giving to others. He keeps saying throughout that, give out, give away. So do you think that it is more difficult to give love or to accept love? Has anyone ever thought about this?
Yeah, I feel like giving love is difficult for people.
Uh-huh.
Uh, like, I'm talking with experience. For me,
Sure, sure.
holding back love is very difficult because I'm a giver. Like, I'm born giver, and I know it. So
Lovely.
I don't hold back anything that I know. But mostly the environment around me, I feel like the lack of love that I feel, definitely. So I've been raised in an environment where there was a lack of love and lack of emotional availability. And I am married to a guy who holds back love. So it's not easy to surround yourself with people who holds back, and you being a giver.
I totally agree with you. Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt
Uh,
like Mori was the teacher who we all want. Like we all deserve a teacher like Mori in our life. But
Absolutely.
you asked a question, Imiji, that uh, you have a person who is like Mori, not even near to it. I have a teacher, I call him a guru because he's a different type of person. But yeah, if you ask me that much selfless, no. I can definitely say that I've never met a person that much selfless like Mori.
I also want to add the same thing that when we are raised in an environment where our parents are emotionally immature and they hold back love, so that we grow up be the same. Because I am also like that. I feel awkward in giving love and all, so showing affection. But when I'm on the receiving end, it feels good. But it's so difficult to change that inside us when we are following that patterns our whole childhood and whole life.
True, true. Childhood has an
Hmm.
impact. I'm sure Zainab will be able to, say something on that better. She being in the field of psychology, that your experiences during the childhood, they really form you. But I'm sure that with a wonderful family like TBF and the kind of people that we come across in life as we grow up, I think we can definitely change some of that. We can. I'm not saying that life changes completely, पर कुछ ना कुछ कहीं ना कहीं लोग छू जाते हैं ऐसे, and life can be made beautiful. And I hope and I wish for all of you that you find people to give you lots and lots of love. So there is one very beautiful thing, one more thing that Maury says somewhere, and I don't know. I don't know whether you would agree or not, all of you. He says that he suggests that having children is the best way to learn to love deeply. Would you agree that having children is essential for this experience? It's
Image,
very
you are a
deep.
mother, right?
Sorry,
You
Zainab.
are a mother, right? You have children, no?
I Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. I guess you will be better person to reply on that.
No, no, I know that, but then let's try and see if someone has to say something. Think of siblings. नहीं, siblings भी नहीं, siblings के साथ तो झगड़े होते हैं. तो Palak, you're saying something? Sure. Yes, yes. Mm, yes. Growing up, kind of, yes. That's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. So quickly, just to answer Zainab from my side, uh, when there are children in life, you learn pure innocence. love for elders, love for your partner, love for parents as children to them, that is all different. But when you have your own, uh, you change. You change as a person completely. Because, especially for mothers, I would say, for fathers too, fathers don't voice it. We all know men are not very expressive, but they also have changes within them. But as mothers, you actually start living for them. So that is where love is involved. That is where love comes in. That is my perspective. I mean, absolutely my perspective. So I love my children too much, more than me. If they hear me right now, they'll be like, there she goes. Mom is cheesy right now. Please don't say that. But yeah, it's lovely to have kids.
I would
Yeah.
like to add something.
Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree with you all. Like Miji said that every mother love their children, and mother's love is unconditional. No one can love you more than a mother.
Mhm.
A mother can.
True.
Uh, I would like to add here that sometimes we learn from our children also. Like we all must have heard some parents like comparing their children to other children also, right? Like तुम उसको देखो वो कितना अच्छा करते हैं मतलब sometimes
Hmm.
बट व्हाट आई फील बच्चे कभी ऐसे नहीं करते हैं दे लव देयर मदर अनकंडीशनली आप अगर किसी बच्चे को कहिए कि आप उसके घर चले जाओ एंड शी विल बी योर मदर किसी और को दे विल नेवर एक्सेप्ट इट नेवर एवर लाइक कुछ भी आप गिफ्ट्स दे लो मतलब तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है वी लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम चिल्ड्रेन छोटे से ही बच्चे दे ऑल्सो लव अनकंडीशनली व्हाट
Absolutely,
आई
Shweta.
फील
Actually, that is exactly what I was saying, that you learn pure innocence. हम
यस
सिखाते हैं बच्चों को कंपैरेटिव्स, हम बताते हैं बड़ा छोटा गलत सही, गलत सही कुछ नहीं होता है. Actually, it is
हाँ
believed that for a healthy growth, let them experience on their own. But हमारा जो सामाजिक पैटर्न है, सोशल सोसाइटल प्रेशर्स जो हैं, उस चक्कर में अरे माँ ने नहीं सिखाया तेरी, तो उस चक्कर में माँ बेचारी उनको सिखाने में ही पड़ी रह जाती है. आई हैव सीन
यस
मदर्स हु मिस आउट देयर children's childhood, that pure phase of growing up, the beauty of growing up, because they are more into right and wrong of things, and we lack in
वी
expression.
कॉम्प्लिकेट मोर
Yes,
मतलब चीजें बहुत सिंपल होती हैं बट वी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, शेर सिंह जी, सोशल ट्रैप इज द राइट वर्ड. हम लोग पैदा होते मरने तक सोशल ट्रैप में फंसे रहते हैं. And that is why also I love Maury, because he believed in living life. That's it. Just live your life and share it with others. So thank you. And one more question that I would like to pose, just because it's such a uh, beautiful book, that Maury actually distinguishes between being sad over dying and living unhappily. ओके, आप जब बुक पढ़ेंगे तो आपको ये डिस्टिंग्विशिंग फैक्टर दिखेगा. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक कॉजेस पीपल टू लिव अनहैप्पीली व्हेन एक्चुअली दे हैव देयर हेल्थ? हमने देखा होगा कई लोग रोते ही रहते हैं जिंदगी भर. अरे मेरे पास तो ये नहीं ना, मेरे पास तो वो नहीं ना. हाथ पैर तो है भाई, तो जिंदा तो है. सो व्हाट इज इट दैट, आई मीन, आई वुड लव टू नो योर व्यूज. हम भी कई बार करते हैं, मैं तो बहुत करती हूँ कभी कभी, कि अरे आज काम वाली नहीं आई, आज ये हो गया, आज ऐसा हो गया. ठीक है, एक दिन नहीं आई, कर लेंगे, कोई बात. जैना, प्लीज प्लीज. यस.
Sanjay sir, do you want to go first?
Thank you. So I think my answer is hidden in the discussion we had. एमी मैम ने एक लाइन बोली थी बीच में, एक दिन में 24 घंटे होते हैं, उन्हें हम भूल जाते हैं. So I think people they don't see a positive side of the life. So I was contemplating on those lines. एक दिन में 24 घंटे होते हैं, अक्सर हम भूल जाते हैं. एक दिन में कई आशीर्वाद होते हैं, अक्सर हम भूल जाते हैं. एक दिन में कई अच्छी बातें होती हैं, अक्सर हम भूल जाते हैं. एक दिन में कई अच्छे लोग मिलते हैं, अक्सर हम भूल जाते हैं. I think
Beautiful, Sanjay ji.
that's the
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Zainab, आप बोल रहे थे कुछ.
So you were asking about death and everything, so that's why I felt like I have something to say.
Sure.
Like obviously Maury, though he definitely had something else. We can never compare something like that. But you asked a question that why is that some people are healthy and they are still complaining and bickering about
Yes.
same old thing and the same pattern, and the people who are already paralyzed with life or maybe health, they are living more happily compared to sometimes just like Maury. So I feel like health is such a thing until unless a person don't go through the circumstances or a bad phase, they don't get it. But personally, like I feel I was already trying my best to live healthy and I was doing a lot. But when I was hit with an attack, like it was kind of like I touched coma and I came back. So that's the time I realized that death is not so beautiful. Like I was in depression at the very early age of my life, and I was fantasizing death. When life don't seem too beautiful, you start fantasizing death. So when you touch it, you get a little bit of taste of it. And then you realize that life is too short to bicker about such things, or maybe to hold on to some things, to even hold on to traumas that were costing you your life. uh, a lot of see, I'm not, this is a very controversial topic, so I'm not saying that, I'm not justifying suicide here, but what I'm trying to say is existentialism crisis. Yesterday I was talking to my cousin, and we were having this word that I told him. He was bickering about something, his job and everything, so I told him कि जिंदगी में सब कुछ मिल जाता तो जिंदगी जन्नत ना हो जाती. So that's my favorite line, so I always tell him, and he told back, he replied with a more beautiful line, अगर जिंदगी में सब कुछ मिल जाता तो हर कोई सुसाइड ही कर लेता, because you don't have a will to fight back. And unless life don't throw some lemons at you, you don't have that willpower to back up and to stand in front of everything that is life throwing at you. So that's my answer. I know I went a little deep.
No, Zainab, you are right. I totally agree with you कि जिस पे गुजरती है, जिस पे बीतती है, उसी को समझ में आता है. I definitely agree with you. And I actually had this question for a larger group of people, no, जिनके हाथ पैर सलामत होते हैं, जिनको एक्चुअली उस समय भी नो कुछ नहीं हो रहा होता है, फिर भी कंप्लेन करते हैं. तो उससे क्या होता है कि जो, जैसे आपने बताया, यू फेस्ड अ नियर डेथ एक्सपीरियंस, तो जिन्होंने फेस किया होता है ना, उनके एक्सपीरियंसेस छोटे हो जाते हैं फिर उनके आगे. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. Those who are undergoing, I mean, we are not the ones who can say about it or talk about it, definitely, because it's that person's experience, and all sympathies with people who suffer. But those who don't suffer, and when they do it, should they be doing it actually, or just counting their blessings? So yeah.
Sometimes they do to gain sympathy, they to like to get validation from others ki
Agreed, absolutely.
and they like वो उनका अपना संस्कार है कि मे बी दे डिडंट गॉट मच लव,
Yes.
तो वो सिंपैथी के थ्रू और वैसे लव पाना चाहते हैं या वैलिडेशन चाहते हैं
Absolutely, that could be.
बेचारे बन के
Yes,
या
that could be a reason too. Agreed. Absolutely my pleasure. I could have gone on, but फिर ये होता है ना कि बहुत डिस्कस करेंगे तो कोई बुक नहीं पढ़ेगा जिन्होंने नहीं पढ़ी है. आई वांट कि सब बुक पढ़े और मैं ये भी कहूँगी कि आई वुडंट माइंड sending it as a gift to all of you. So if you could मैंने रखा था किसी के लिए, मैं किसी को गिफ्ट करना चाह रही थी जो बहुत जल्द मुझे मिलने वाला था, बट वो अभी तक आया नहीं है, यहाँ पहुंचा नहीं है, उससे पहले मेरा रिव्यू खत्म हो गया है. सो नाउ व्हाट आई हैव टू डू इज टेल यू पीपल, आप अपने एड्रेसेस भेज दीजिए जिन्होंने पढ़ी नहीं है. आई डेफिनेटली पोस्ट अ कॉपी टू यू. सो जिनको इशारे करे हैं वो तो समझ ही गए हैं, उनके लिए तो ऑलरेडी कॉपी तैयार रखी हुई है, बट या
भी इशारे कर देते हैं ऐसे बुक के लिए.
या
Amy ji,
अभी
you mentioned something about practicality and emotionality, and in the starting you mentioned, in the mid also you mentioned. In the starting you mentioned ki why you should read this book, and even in the, I guess in the starting second sentence you mentioned about the people who are emotional readers, they can easily read this book and find it, their most favorite book. But the people who read for practicality, and then you also mentioned about how people who read self-help and all that. So my question to you is, don't you think the entire meaning of the book boils down to the same thing? He tries to say the same thing,
Yes.
that don't be too practical, don't find practicality in each and everything in your life, because that
Absolutely.
would be fun. And the way the Mitch mentions about the Maury dancing everywhere, and at the end, he dances and then he puts a picture of him. So I feel that's the entire summary for me. And don't you think that is the meaning of the book? Is it?
I agree with you. Yes, definitely. Definitely. So yeah. Also, what I said is, जो भी पढ़ेगा, जिस भी इच्छा से या जिस भी होप बिलीफ से, उसको कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ अपने से रेलेवेंट मिल जाएगा. वो डेफिनेटली होगा. एंड यस, यू आर राइट ज़ैनब, डेफिनेटली.
But Imiji, you need some salutations, because the reason is to discuss this book. If anyone read it, and especially emotional readers like me, it requires a lot of strength to even talk about it. Like presently, I am feeling too emotional even thinking about the chapters.
My dear, why do you think I had my camera off?
Yeah, exactly.
When I began, I was definitely choked. Believe me, I'm not joking. I gathered myself and then I was like, नहीं, अभी तो बहुत साल हो गए, present कर रही हूँ, तो थोड़ा सा अपने आप को संभालना भी चाहिए. But yes, you are right. It makes you emotional, and every time I have read it, I have been emotional. So yes, do read it, all of you. And maybe we can have yet another discussion once all of you complete reading it also.
good session.
Thank you, Santiji.
But in terms of emotional woe, I feel that emotional detachment and experience They should, work. I mean to say that, we shouldn't run from the emotions like fear, grief, or pain. And we should experience them fully. Just like, immerse yourself and feel the emotions completely. And then you can learn to detach and move on. So this should be there actually. I had read this in my one of the books also. So emotional detachment versus experience is a very good thing actually. We should experience the emotions and then tend to detach with that emotion.
Agreed. And I think that is what Maury is also trying to say. मैंने कहीं पे आपको बीच में शायद ऐसा बोला भी कि
हाँ हाँ
he says कि if there are days where you are low, if you are not feeling great, it's okay. Feel that also. Every time you cannot be the top of your class, it is not possible. By class, I don't mean a physical classroom all the
yes.
time, but even in life, दिन भी ऐसे होते ना, सुबह उठो एकदम excited हो सकते हो आप. By the time it is 10 o'clock, for God knows what reasons, you're all drained. Yeah, nice shirt. Color बहुत अच्छा है.
ऑफिस में हूँ अभी तक तो it is formal only.
Yeah. So, and then there are certain mornings when you wake up with a rotten mood, you don't know why. So, don't wonder why. Just be that way. Maybe it'll pass. So Maury also is not. He's asking you to experience everything. If you're dying, experience that. Don't just
Right.
try to fight against it. It doesn't help actually. The more you fight against something, I feel it keeps coming back to you. The more you are fearful of something, you have to face that. ये तो मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है. मुझे अगर ऐसा लगेगा ना कि मुझे किसी के साथ आर्ग्यूमेंट में नहीं पड़ना है एंड आई ट्राई टू अवॉइड दैट पर्सन, द मोर आई एम अवॉइडिंग द पर्सन कीप्स कमिंग टू मी somewhere or the other. I keep bumping into the person. So I had a fear of death for a very long time. I used to fear it. जैसे कोई अगर बोल भी दे ना मरने की बात करते या द वर्ड डेथ, और शाम को तो अगर कोई ऐसा बोले तो बस खराब, फिर रात को सो नहीं पाऊंगी मैं. आई यूज टू फियर इट अ लॉट. बट देन आई रियलाइज्ड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, शायद वो एज के साथ भी आता है, आई डोंट नो, बट आई रियलाइज दैट that is a fact of life. That is the only thing which is actually true. It's going to come upon you. So slowly and steadily, I actually started visiting condolence meets. मैं पहले नहीं जाती थी. जैसे हमारे में बैसना होता है, after the death of a person, जो condolence meet होता है उसको बैसना बोलते हैं. There are other names also. I started attending those. मैं हॉस्पिटल नहीं जाती थी जब कोई सीरियस हो जाता था तो. I started going to hospitals. I used to volunteer कि मैं आप रिलेटिव को बोलती कि मैं आपको रिलीव कराती हूँ, मैं पेशेंट के साथ बैठूंगी. सो मैंने धीरे 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 उस फियर पे वर्क किया, बिकॉज आई सेड कि अगर मैं डरती ही रहूंगी तो वो ये जीना भी क्या जीना हुआ फिर.
Correct.
Yes sir, you are right. We should ask the question, are we truly living? Very true. Yes, so I am done from my side. I would like to conclude from my side. And I would love to thank you all for hearing me out so patiently and for participating and answering the deep questions that I had on mind. And